All right. The struggle was real today, guys. Let me make sure you guys can see me. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm going to bring you in a little closer. Let's get intimate. Let's get closer. All right. Hopefully you can see me well. Hello. Some of you, maybe the second time I'm seeing you today. So good afternoon. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. I'm excited. My energy has been waxing and waning all day, and I'm not sure as to why, but it's okay. We're going to keep pushing on and moving on. All right, so let's get into it. For those of you who do not know me, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Corey Fonville Foster, and I am the owner of iRock Marketable Business Solutions based here in Virginia. And we help small businesses solve big marketing problems. We try to do it at everyone's price point to make sure that the things that these big companies can get and do and how they can engage with their audience, you can do the same, but for your budget. This series focuses on little tips and tricks that can help you as an entrepreneur better your business. I try to keep these videos quite short. We will go no longer than about 15 minutes max, just so that you can get in and get out on your lunch break. Typically will be starting around noon, so definitely turn on your live notifications so that you do not miss these lives. If you're watching the replay, no worries. Definitely just put your notifications on. You'll still get an alert and you'll be able to watch the recording. Right now we are going live from Facebook and YouTube, so hello out there in social media land. We welcome you all. Feel free always to engage with us in the comments section. I definitely try to catch them as they're going, but if I miss them, I will go back and respond to you. And before I forget, I put it close to me this time. We are still doing a challenge for this month for engagement. So if you engage with us, that's liking, following, sharing, commenting, etc., someone this month will win this selfie light pod. It is really great for if you're doing any vlogging, recording. It has a nice little light and it attaches to most phones. Our winner last month, Stephanie, has already received hers. So if you want a chance to win your own selfie light pod, please definitely engage with us on the social media platforms. I will contact the winner and send this baby to you at the end of the month. Awesome. So we got that out the way. All right. So this week we've been talking about elevator pitches. It's not a new concept. I like to say it's something that's been around, but there are ways to tweak it to make it better. I want to reemphasize that you don't want to memorize this. This should not be something that you stand in front of someone verbatim and say, hi, my name is, this is what I do. How can I help you? Like, no. And it doesn't have to be intense like Shark Tank. It should literally be a conversation that you're having with any person you come in contact with who could possibly be a potential client or customer. Simple as that. Take the expectation off. take the seriousness of it off. Just know that you're going to be having this conversation with someone at some point, and hopefully many times, and having this conversation to talk about you, your business, and ultimately how you can help them. So today's theme is really simple. Let me pull it up for you. Make sure that's the right one. Yes. So today's theme is about knowing what problem you can solve for your potential customer or client. We've already covered knowing your audience. So we know where our audience is, we know where to find them, we know what our audience is into. We also know what products and services we have to offer, because you have to know that you can't just come up with things on the fly, because then you may not be able to deliver upon those things. So now that we know our products and services, we know who our target audience is. Let's talk to them. So you've encountered this person, and we want to ultimately sell them a product or a service. Let's be real, we're trying to make money at some point. So we sell them this product or service or get them engaged with us in some way, shape, or form. We need to know what problem they have to solve. And typically people get stuck here because they were like, well, I sell soap or candles, and they're like, so that's not a problem. Actually, there is a problem. If a person is buying a candle, then what are candles used for? Light. They're used to help with meditation. They're helped to set an atmosphere. They're brought to relax. All the things. So anybody who buys a candle is in need of some things. In some way, shape, or form. Same with soap, to get clean, to decorate, party favors, etc. Custom things. Maybe they want, high quality products. They don't want to have toxic chemicals, whatever the case may be. They have a problem. You have a solution. You have the product or service they need. The hard part is just getting them to know that. So how do you know their problem? Well, you engage and question. And that's why I say I am very against you just blabbering on and on in an elevator pitch. This is not like I said, a Shark Tank type of pitch where you're just telling them everything and anything. No, we want to have a conversation. We want people to build a rapport with us, because you'd be surprised. People who don't buy from you at that moment sometimes will remember you and come back and purchase from you later, just because they enjoyed the conversation you had, or they'll remember you and refer you on to someone else. So you want to set some type of tone. You want to have some type of rapport. Ask questions. What brings you out today if you're at an event? What were you looking for, anything in particular? Those types of questions are nice. If you see them, like I said, if you sell baby products or products for a certain demographic, ask questions along those lines. I knew this lady who sold like garment protectors for older people. And so she would say, do you have a loved one who is, getting older, a little, aging a little bit, and is having a lot of spills, and you don't want them to mess up their nice attire? And then she started realizing that younger people also like it. So then she said, do you travel a lot? Are you in your car a lot, going from place to place eating? If so, you might want a garment protector. And so you find out through questions what the need is. And then once you find the need, you tell them how you can solve it. That's the biggest part of the sale. Because remember, we're ABC, we are always closing. Sorry, always be closing. I was like, where's the B? Always be closing. So yes, we're asking questions. And of course, you're not just asking like, oh, what color is the sky? Ask questions to get to the problem. Once you find the problem, then you can tell them how you can solve the problem. Same goes with anybody who's doing coaching, selling a book, anything like that. People have to want to buy it in order to buy it. Simple as that. Unless you're a little child and they just want to support you, most people want to know why they should purchase from you. So if you're selling a book and you have, especially like if it's a self-help book or like a memoir, what topics are covered in the book that they can relate to? So ask them questions. Do you like fiction, nonfiction? Are you into self-development? Are you trying to learn a particular skill? And that's how you then find the information out to be able to make the sale. And this can go for big audiences. If you can't get yes or no, at least get some head nods. They have a little saying where you want people to say yes 3 times before you finally pitch what you're saying. So if you are a speaker, part of your closing, of course, is your pitch, right? For people to buy things. When you do speaking engagements, most speakers have something they're trying to sell you. So you've already got your audience jazzed up. It's time for your pitch. You know why people are there most likely by then, because you've been booked for the engagement. You know the topics. You know who's probably in the audience. But you can ask questions like, hey, are you tired of working a 9-to-5? Do you not enjoy it? Do you want more flexibility? Do you want to be able to go on vacation? Do you want more financial freedom? People are subconsciously saying yes. And then some people are probably in the crowd like, yes. Some people might even hit an amen to that. Once you get them to say yes, then you say, well, hey, I have the solution for you. Here is my coaching package. Here is my, new business thing that you can take a part in to do the whatever. So get people to tell you their problem, especially through questions. Get them to say yes if they can to whatever you're saying. So you're asking questions. Hey, do you want this? Would this be nice for you? What do you think about this? Once they're hooked, then you tell them, how can you solve that problem? Don't go in reverse and just say, hey, I have this product and it does this, because you haven't convinced them that they even need it in the first place. And they may need it, but they don't know it yet. A lot of times we as salespeople or people who with products and services know we can help people. You know what I mean? We may see, maybe we do social media and we see this person on social media making the same mistakes over and over and over that you can help. And it's like, oh, they got a good product, but they're just not good at selling it, or their image is off or whatever. And you're like, I could help them, as their coach. But you can't go to them and be like, hey, just wanted to let you know you're messing up, because a lot of people will be turned off by that. Or you can't say, hey, I got a product that would fix that for you. It's like a little too pushy. Nobody likes a salesperson, kind of like, because people think, oh, you're trying to con me, you're trying to get something out of me. You want to make sure you have that rapport, and that great way is just to be a great listener. Actually listen to what they're saying when you're asking them questions. And this is after you, of course, introduce yourself. So you've introduced yourself, you told them, this is my title, this is what I do. But then ask them questions. And then once you've got them to say yes, go ahead and pitch whatever the product is that you can solve. And be careful not to oversell, as far as like give them 20 options. You want to maybe pick a max of 3. I would say, hey, this is what I would recommend for you. I think it would help. If this isn't in your price range, this may be something. It won't get you all the results as, product 1. I won't give you all the things, but it's still doable. It's something in the meantime, whatever. And then if they're still apprehensive, like, okay, ask some other questions. So what could get you to say yes to this today? And then you give them whatever. So just keep that in mind. I usually have about 3 products in mind, or 3 levels of a product in mind when I do a pitch. And I always tell people what I prefer. I prefer them for. And sometimes it's not the biggest package, because I know that they're just not ready for that. It might be a financial investment, or it might be a mindset thing, but I don't pitch things I don't think people need, nor want, nor can afford. So there's a trick to it, but just keep those kinds of things in mind. So what have we covered? Because I told you we move fast. On day 1, we talked about knowing who your audience is. You should have figured out who your target audience is. Then knowing what products and services you sell. What is your brand about? And then lastly, now we've targeted the problem that our audience or our potential customer or client has. So that's how we are sealing the deal. So those are the things I want you guys to think about. Tomorrow, we're going to come back and talk about a little bit more about what the benefits of your products and services are. So we're going to touch a little bit more on this tomorrow, and maybe give a few more examples just to get you thinking. Feel free to ask questions. You can also put questions in the comments for tomorrow, and think about those types of things. And just an extra tidbit was kind of having 3 products in mind for different scenarios so that you're ready to pitch. You don't want to overpitch. You don't want to underpitch. If you only have 1 product, they may say not interested, not in price range, whatever. So you want to have several choices for them. But that's all today. I'm sure that was fast. I'm sure you just got your wig ripped off from that, because I was speaking quickly. But I hope that you did gather some insight into that. I try to make it so that these talks, so that anybody will have a better understanding of how to utilize it in their businesses. I tell you guys, I work with people all over the country in various industries, so I do try to be as general as I can. If you have questions about your specific company or brand, please do reach out. You can always reach us at irockmbs@gmail.com, and I will put that in the comment section. So let me take my cap block off. There we go. That's irockmbs@gmail.com. And then if you are interested in coaching, do let us know that as well, because we are here to help you with business coaching. I am a certified coach in the areas of marketing and branding, Working on some more certifications, but that's my main focus. That's my wheelhouse. We definitely talk about your image, how you speak, how you come across. We talk about your product services. I try to give you ideas for things you may not even have thought were in your wheelhouse. We take care of price points. We talk about the fundamentals of setting up your business and much, much more. We have a lot of marketing packages as well. So that's something we also offer. So we definitely have lots and lots of things that we can help you with as far as like your social media content, landing pages, finding guests, getting on podcasts, radio, what have you. We do it all. So definitely do check us out and let us know if you have any questions in that regard. I also want to remind everyone that we do still have the Vision to Victory 7-day goal setting intensive. I'm mentioning it because it's the beginning of the year and I still know people who have not set up their goals for this year with their action steps. Vision to Victory 7-day goal intensive is not your just vision board or laissez-faire type of program. It's in depth. We talk about analyzing the past year, we talk about what we see in the present, and then we talk about planning for the future in a very specific way that we tailor our goals. We make SMART goals, and then we also make action steps to get there. The course comes with a video a day, a workbook, and bonus pages to help you track your goals throughout the year, along with access to a private Facebook page that will be filled with people who are also on the journey of setting their goals, and they will be kind of holding each other accountable. I'll be in there sharing my goals and things as well, but we'll be holding each other accountable throughout the year. So all of that is for $20, guys, just $20. All right, so that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you back here tomorrow around noon for our next talk. For those of you who were on this morning, thank you for hanging out with me for our first ever Wednesday morning tea time. We'll have another one next Wednesday at 8 a.m. Also, really quick before I do let you go for real, we have our IROC Business Entrepreneur Series podcast. We'll be launching on the 10th, I do believe. Yes, on the 10th. I had to look. Yes, on the 10th. And our first guest is amazing. Her name is Lois Wagner. She's based in South Africa. She's traveled the world. She's a coach. She's an author. And she has an amazing story to tell about the hurdles she's encountered. And I think that what she talks about is really going to touch on people's lives. So definitely check that out. I'll have more information on the podcast coming soon. You'll be able to view the podcast. Yes, I recorded it so you can check it out visually at the IROC Mind, Body, and Soul YouTube page. And I will put the link here for you. And make sure I have it here. I do believe I got it. Okay. So yeah, our YouTube channel, and then you will also be able to see it or listen to it on some streaming platforms. So definitely do check out the podcast when it drops on the 10th. I'm super excited. This project was supposed to be teeny tiny, just a little series with a few people on it, but it's turned into its own thing. So I'm super excited. I feel super blessed about that. We have an amazing lineup this year of just amazing entrepreneurs. I always tell people, like, I know I have content, I know I have stuff to say, I know I have my own story, but I wanted to bring up other people so you could hear their stories, because I'm telling you guys, there's greatness in everyone, and everyone can be an entrepreneur if they have the right mindset and go and try to do the right things and be making sure they're following their passion. And Ms. Lois definitely followed her passion. So definitely be on the lookout for the podcast. I'm trying to make sure we have a lot of really great content this year, and I can help as many people as I can. I understand. I'm a realist. I know some people can't afford marketing. I know some people can't afford right now. Or I shouldn't say they can't afford. They're not in the place where they're ready to invest. That's a better phrase, in coaching or in marketing. So I wanted to give you something to at least get you started through these free lives daily. And then our morning tea party discusses like books. Some are self-help, some are not. Books that, I think are inspirational and can help us in business. So with that being said, I'm gone for real this time, guys. I rock, you rock, we all rock, and I will see you guys tomorrow. You have a wonderful and blessed day.